What's going on, guys? This is Honky Face. In this video I'm going to be bringing you some more of the free-for-all tips and tricks. This game we are going to be playing in Hijacked, so let's get right into the game and get this thing going.
Free-for-all.
Okay, I'm actually glad it put us out at this point right here. There is about 4 different spawn points all right here that you can see just by moving the camera.
You are authorized to engage.
One being right here, and you see we got another right here. There was 3 people all spawned right here at the beginning. This is a very bad point for spawns. Like I said, this is the smallest map so far on here. I actually should have probably put this round on 8 people instead of the 12 that I have it on. Like I said, there are 4 spawn points. There's one right here in this corner. There's one over here. And the same 2 on the other side. You have one here.
Hostile UAV
And then
above.
the one that's actually right here.
UAV awaiting orders.
You see the guy that is standing right there? There's actually a spawn point right here also.
Hunter-killer drone ready for deployment. Care package on standby.
Like I said, this map is just crazy with 12 people on it. I should have actually made it less. There is a spawn point. That guy had just spawned right there. There's one right here in this corner. It is a very popular spawn starting out in the game. There is a spawn right here also, just on the back side of this boat. I said the spawns are very close together on this game. Most of the free-for-all on this map, what I've noticed is people do actually stay towards both ends of the boat.
Hunter-killer drone deployed.
Like I said, you will find people that will tend to want to stay back here and just kind of watch these 2 entrances as they come out. Like I said, you do have 2 spawn points over here on this side. You have one here and one over there. I said this is a hard point to get to. Bouncing Betties, shock charges on each side. Definitely something to watch for if you're trying to go for whoever's back there.
UAV inbound. UAV awaiting orders.
I said you won't see them come out much. Another point right here on this end of the boat is actually in this little cabin right here. On free-for-all, I've actually seen quite a bit where people will actually get snipers and sit up here in this window. Now, to be up on the controls, you're actually very well open, but I'll actually see a lot of people that will sit here and try to snipe people off the back end of the boat, or the front of the boat really, right here with sniper rifles. You do have an access point right here from the boat, so it's a good way to get up here. Again, like I said, bouncing Betties, shock charges. Here you have from the main cabin itself, bouncing Betties and shock charges in this little room over here, and also snipers will get over here and pick people off in the middle of the boat. I know this is a strong hard point. Free-for-all, not really so much. I mean, occasionally people will run through the middle. It's not as big. Free-for-all, the big thing is this little area over here. Now, people do seem to run through this area quite a bit to get from one side of the boat to the other. You do have a spawn point on this side also, and you also have a spawn point right here. So there's 2 good spawns, especially if you're sitting up in this area. Definitely watch for. Make sure that you don't get killed right out of a spawn. This cabin, I find people don't play quite as much as the other. This is more of just like a pass through to get back to the front side of the boat. People do play at the top. There is an access point at the top of it too. People will actually sit up here in this window and play. I've noticed that people will get up here because you can watch 2 back spawns on each side. There is the access point. Like I said, once again, bouncing betties, shock charges. Be sure to watch out for them. If you run an engineer, you shouldn't have a problem.
Hostile UAV above.
Like I said, you can watch spawns while up here. That would have been a good time to have a bouncing betty or a shock charge down. Occasionally you will get somebody that will sit back here and kind of watch from these steps, which is, again, like I said, with these spawns being so close as they are and so compact, it's actually a good place to get killed from as soon as you spawn if you have anybody back here just kind of running around. I do recommend throwing care packages back here in free-for-all. If you kind of throw them right here at the top of the steps, you can kind of use this down here as shelter to make sure nobody comes down and gets you real easy. Or you can kind of keep watch.
RCXD ready for deployment.
Like I said, that's mainly the biggest points of this map. With it being so small, there's really not a lot of places. Like I said, the cabins don't get a whole lot of play. It's mainly just the balconies on the top of the front and the back of the boat. It's definitely something to watch for.
RCXD ready for launch.
And like I said, I watch people that get in this pool, watch people that sit down below these steps and pick people off as they spawn.
RCXD ready for launch.
Said occasionally you may have somebody that actually wants to sit over in the pool on the left where I just died.
RCXD ready for deployment.
It really is not that bad. Once you get in the water, it is kind of hard to move or whatever, and you are kind of trapped in there once you do get in there. For anybody who's playing free-for-all, you can call in a care package on this little awning out here. Not recommended because care packages have a tendency to want to bounce once they hit the ground. Once they get out here, I've lost plenty of care packages into the water. It's another map. Not a bad idea to have a black cat maybe. For anybody that does throw it and it wants to land off in the water. I've seen plenty of care packages actually land on this little awning up here, this blue and white awning. It's good because they cannot get them. If you have a black cat, you can actually hack it and take their care package. Like I said, not a bad idea to have one. I've actually had a couple of mine actually land on these little 2 white things up here. And we're going to finish off the match with a double kill. Like I said, not a real big map, not a whole lot of places to actually sit around and watch for. It's, you have to watch the people that are watching spawns. Like I said, there are a bunch of close spawns together, so always be sure you're watching for those. This is one map I will strongly recommend that when you spawn, to turn first instead of taking off running. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope it helps out. Make sure to check out pwndnews.com. Follow us on Twitter. All the links will be in the description. And until next